If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the WoW in transmogs. The first piece is the lookalike piece for the Druid tier set, but you could buy this for your Monk as well. Warmongering if you're Alliance, and Wild if you're Horde. Just 3 marks of honor, and the shoulders will be yours. The chest piece, Misthide chest guard, mop level leatherworking, or you could just step up, buy it on the auction house. So make friends with your local leatherworker or buy it on the auction house. Got a lady Night Elf showing you the Snow Lily belt, which is mop level leatherworking once again. Check your local auction house or local leatherworker to pick up the belt. Moving on, the legs, part of the same set as the Misthide chest piece. This is the Misthide leggings, mop level leatherworking. Check your local leatherworker or auction house. We're going to move on with a Blood Elf, River Main Sandals. Neltharian's Lair is the place. Rock Mora is the boss. So we have a pretty good drop rate on that. It's spammable, keep in mind, because it's a dungeon. Insulated Wirer's Gloves, part of a tier set for Druids, but that's a piece that Monks can use. The back, Fortitude of Draenor, which you basically, not Karazhan is incorrect, you get that from a quest in Gorgon. The tabard is from Tanan Jungle, and you're going to need rep and gold. The headpiece, Warmongering if you're Alliance, Wild if you're Horde, 3 marks of honor. And the weapon, which ties everything nicely, Hellfire Citadel, Heroic, Kilrog Deadeye is the boss. We're giving pandas a little bit of equal time here, even though it looks okay on a panda. Shoulders of the roiling, whatever that is, Inferno. Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, Sun Tenderheart is the boss. Decent drop rate for the tier. Shoulders, Sand Scout, Tunic, Vol'dun, various mobs, or just step up, buy it on the auction house. Kind of a low drop rate for that, but that's hidden behind the tabard anyway. The belt, Dragon Maw Emergency Strap. What exactly is an emergency strap? Well, you'll have to go over to Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic and kill Galacrus to get this 14% on the drop rate. Moving on, the legs, part of the same set, which is a BFA set and from Vol'dun. Various mobs, kill them all, or just step up, buy it on the auction house. Moving on, we have a human monk showing you the Oppressor's Merciless Treads, straight out of Hellfire Citadel. Tyrant Velhari is the boss, doing a spin. The hands, Rune Sworn Grips, Stormheim. This is a quest reward to get those kind of golden bracers, but they are, trust me, yes, they are gloves. The back, Hillman's Cloak, you can no longer get this, so I think it looks good without it, but if you have it, great, you could use it. Keepers of Time Tabard, Major Cities, Tabard Vendor, so you're going to need rep and gold to get that. The headpiece, part of the Mythic Eternal Palace. And last but not least, the weapon is a Heroic Dragon Soul drop. Gonna start off with the shoulders, which are part of a tier monk set from Mop. Looking for raid version of Throne of Thunder. Iron Quad is the boss. Fair drop rate to get those old tier shoulders from Mop. Moving on, we're going to show you the chest piece, which is straight out of the Burning Throne. Varimathras is the boss. 10% on the drop rate. Then we're going to scare you with a skull on a belt, which is straight. Well, it's on a Draenei lady here, but it's straight out of Tomb of Sargeras, Heroic. Kill Jaden is the boss. It's called the Waist Guard of Profane Duplicity. This is exactly what I think when I look at that particular belt. The legs, part of the same tier set as the chest, which is drops from Agrimar, and that is the Burning Throne. Kind of a fair drop rate to pick up. The legs got a Night Elf showing you the boots, or the feet, Stormwind boots, so obviously this is Alliance only. Garrison, your Dwarf Bunker, 50 Iron Horde scraps to pick up the boots. Moving on, we're going to show you the hands, Ice Pine gloves, straight out of High Mountain, drops from a rare, and we got about a 14% drop rate on those hands. Moving on, got a Ladies on Dolari Troll, Floating Web is the cloak. You buy it from the Legacy Quartermaster. Legacy Justice Quartermaster Stormwind or Orgrimmar. The headpiece is the Helm of Imagined Horrors. Hellfire Citadel Mythic Shadow Lord Iskar is the boss. 12% is the drop rate. And the weapon, Black Bruise from Icecrown Citadel. Here's an interesting looking set, I think. The Shoulders Deep Walker Polders, which you get out of High Maul Heroic. Brackenspore is the boss. Good drop rate of 16%. Moving on, we're going to bring you the chest, which is part of a tier set for monks. Heroic Mugushan Vaults. Cache of Pure Energy. 30% drop rate on the chest piece. The belt, as we have a human showing you the belt. Blackrock Foundry Heroic Operator Thogar, 16% on the drop rate for the Conductor's Multi-Pocket Girdle. Sounds very tinkery to me. Moving on, the legs, Red Crane Laggards, Heart of Fear LFR Amber Shaper Unsak. Say that 14 times really fast. Low drop rate on his pants. Moving on, the feet, Treads of the Dark Hunt, Blackrock Foundry, Heroic Enforcer Sorka, 26% on the drop rate. So some pretty decent drop rates so far across the board for all these pieces. The hands, Throat Ripper Gauntlets, very roguelike. High Maul, Heroic, as you can see, 16% drop rate on the gloves. Moving on, we have a Tauren who's going to show you the Great Cloak of the Dark Pantheon. The Burning Throne, Agramar is the boss, 7% on the drop rate. The headpiece, Acid Jaws from Blackrock Foundry Heroic. Oreo Cookie is the boss, 20% on the drop rate. Just threw that out there to see who's paying attention. And I just love this sword. Epic looking sword. We're going to start off with the shoulders, which you're going to get from Icecrown Citadel. Heroic 25-man. Lady Death Whisperer is the boss, 18% on the drop rate. For the Cultist Bloodsoaked Spalders. Yeah. Moving on, the chest piece. Red Crane Chest Guard. Heart of Fear. Grand Empress Sekzir. I hope I said that right. Actually, really don't care if I did. 15% on the drop rate. We have Lady Janai showing you the Seal of Karmic Return. Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic. Garage Hellscream is the boss, and 19% is the drop rate. Moving on, the legs. Red Crane Laggards, Heart of Fear, Amber Soccer Unsock. 15% on the drop rate for the legs. Moving on, we're going to show you a Tauren with the feet, which you really can't see on him. The Frostbitten Fur Boots, but it works for him, right? Icecrown Citadel Heroic 25-man doing the spin. As you can see, the hands also Icecrown Citadel Heroic 25-man. So the hands, the boots, and the shoulders all from the same tier set. The Cloak of Certain Reprieve, I think that's Alliance only. Tabard of the Brew, major cities, get it from Brewfest. You could also use other brown cloaks out there. The headpiece, Warmongering Gladiator's Helm, Wild if you're Horde, 3 marks of honor to pick that up from Mopland, and the weapon, which is straight out of Ulduar, various mobs, or you could buy it on the auction house. I'm going to spin you to Miss Pandaria to pick up the shoulders. Prideful Gladiators, Copperskin Spalders. This is a monk PvP set. If you're Horde, it's Grievous, 3 marks of honor, not 2 marks of honor. Made a mistake there. Moving on, I'm going to bring you to Vanilla for the Dokubai Chest Guard, Razorfin Crow, so it's spammable. Various mobs, or you can buy it on the auction house. The belt is part of the same tier set as the shoulders. Prideful Gladiators, keep in mind Grievous if you're Horde. 1 mark of honor. Always the belts are the cheapest, as along with the cloaks. Moving on, we're going to show you the legs, part of the same vanilla set from Razorfriend Crawl. Various mobs, buy it on the auction house, probably your best bet. After the legs come the boots or the feet, as we have a Lady Troll showing you the Grievous Gladiator's Boots of Alacrity. Now, if you're Horde, it's Prideful in this one. 2 marks of honor to get the old PvP boots from Mist of Pandaria. Moving on, the hands, Grievous Gladiator's Iron Skin Gloves. Yes, that is correct. If you're Horde, it would be Prideful. 2 marks of honor to get the gloves, I believe. Now this is looking hot on an undead. Wisdom of Draenor Gorgrond is the place for this quest reward, so that's both Horde and Alliance to get that cloak. The head Warmongering Gladiator's Ironskin helm. If you're Horde, it would be Wild. And the last piece is the weapon, Lightning Rod, out of Dragon Soul, 8% on the drop rate. If you're still listening up and until now, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll close out by saying what I always say: whatever it is by you, whether it is morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.